Hi guys, my name is Karath. I'm here once again for another interview, and this time I'm joined by AJK from Team Molotov. How are you?
Not too bad, bro. Yourself?
Very, very good. So thank you very much for taking once again time to help out with these interviews and whatnot. So let's just get it started. Let's talk to us about the sponsorship with Molotov. So you guys were Royale in the qualifiers, but now you're Molotov. So
Yeah, Royale is pretty much the sort of name we've been under for ages. Whenever we're sort of without an organization, we sort of play under the name Royale. We got picked up, we got approached by Molotov about, wouldn't even remember, might be 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, or whenever, pretty much straight after the qualifier. They probably had a look at us and they decided to approach us, and we were on the lookout for an organization. So they pretty much came up to us and they asked if we wanted to join, and had a bit of a chat to them in TeamSpeak, and our sort of goals and our aspirations sort of lined up with what they wanted to achieve, and we sort of went on from there. So now we're representing Team Molotov loud and proud.
excellent. So Royale obviously has been around for a long time.
Mm.
When I was still playing ages ago, 2 years in a proper team, we did encounter you quite a lot. How come you guys, if you don't mind me asking, keep playing on and off, if you don't mind?
Royale was probably established way back in 2009. I wasn't even around at that time. Pretty much, it's always been just a team of just friends. I think we're probably the only team in Australia who's sort of made it. Because obviously there's teams that hang around the CGA level who are just like a group of friends, but we've sort of just never taken the game too seriously. But the fact that we have like this solid friendship has sort of allowed us to play with each other for an extended period of time. And I think I think 3 seasons ago, we decided to play CGA, and I wasn't in. I was in the team, but I left them and I dogged them and I went and played for Aura. But they decided to play CGA, and then when I came back to them, the admins gave us a shot at Div 2. We played as Hype. We made the grand final of Div 2, and then after that, we became Climax, and we were playing in Div 1. And pretty much all it's ever been is we've never been like too serious a team, but I think we're decent individuals, and we sort of understand how we all play together and with each other, and it's sort of just enabled us to sort of play it at a decent level in Counter Strike. But as in regards to the whole on and off aspect of the way we play, again, it just ties into us not sort of being too serious or too caught up in trying to win everything or whatever. It's just, in a nutshell, it's just the boys. We're all just like good mates. We're all IRL friends, just kicking back and doing what we do, which is play the game and have as much fun as we can in the process.
Yeah. Okay. So, whoop, it's something a bit silly there, but okay. Now we're back after a bit of technical difficulty. So, so down now to ACL Melbourne. So looking. So do you know what the groups are?
Um, Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure. So Group A is Exile 5, Skyfire, and Trident and us, and Group B is probably it's Sif, Animal Squad, Chiefs, and Vox Eminor, if I'm correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Excellent recollection. Yeah, so looking at Group B, so the other group, so
Mhm.
out of Chiefs, Vox, Animal Squad, as well as SYF Gaming, who do you think is the strongest and most likely to come out of that group?
On paper, yeah, Group B, as you said, on paper, I think looking at the whole competition objectively, I probably think would probably be people would probably be more inclined to say that's the stronger group. So this is actually like a tough one because personally, I do rate Sif as like, even though they might be considered towards the latter end or not likely to qualify, they might be, for me, they're like a dark horse. Um, they have like obviously two like quite a few good players that could actually show up and surprise a lot of people. The favorites in a lot of people's minds would probably be Chiefs and Vox, but Animal Squad for me is going to be the team that everyone should be looking out for on both the first day and the second day. So obviously that means I think they're going to qualify. They've been putting in a lot of work, and as a lot of people I think are aware now, they're actually doing boot camp. So I'm pretty sure these guys are coming in, looking to actually win the whole thing. So Animal Squad are definitely my team to look out for. But as for my top two, I'd say probably them, and I'd say Chiefs.
All right, how about your own group? So, other than yourself, obviously, who do you think the two other strongest teams would be?
Um, well, this one's a bit more sort of easy to predict. Obviously, things changed up when Arbitrate didn't qualify, which is a bit of a shame. Um, tried to being the last place qualifier. I didn't expect them to beat Frey and I think Storm. I think they overcame. So
Yeah.
um, Triton are a bit. I've tried to have some great players, but stacking up against XR5 and Skyfire are two of the big names in CS:GO at the moment. I think those two should be technically the favourites to come out on top. Hopefully, we might be able to dethrone one of them, but yeah, those two are definitely the favourites for our group.
Yeah, definitely. So let's just talk about the preparation. So as you said earlier, you're all familiar with each other in real life.
Mhm.
So are you local to Melbourne or?
Um, all four of us currently in the team, so myself, Zequins, Calf, and Noobstar, are all located in Melbourne. But Prackham is located in Queensland, so he's gonna have to fly down.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how are you guys practicing just online right now?
Yeah, we're doing as much online prac as we can. It's been a little bit limited because we have there's a lot of like extracurricular social commitments, I suppose. Like just people have like work at crazy hours and girlfriends and uni and really yeah, it's a bit of a rubbish schedule I think on our end. Very rarely do we actually have all five on. Um, like during the day or during the evenings or whatever. It's usually just four, and we try and see what we can do. We try and come up with strats or whatever, but it's kind of sucked for us. Even before we came into the actual um, when we picked up Calth probably about a week or two before the actual qualifier, and we didn't get much prac in there either. I think just the fact that we played with each other for so long, we sort of just winged the qualifier, and we came out and beat quite a few teams, which I think surprised both us and the other teams as well. So we kind of just winged it, and we've got a few tricks up our sleeve for this Nats, but probably haven't practiced as much as we would have liked to.
Okay, so there's not going to be any boot camping happening.
Um, I think we're gonna try and probably meet up. Prackham's coming down on the Thursday. He's gonna come stay at my house, and then we probably might try and meet up on the Friday in the city and just go to a LAN cafe and just smash some games out and get used to sort of sitting next to each other and just being in the LAN environment.
Yeah, definitely. So just going on to players to watch out for in Melbourne. So one player that you'd expect to be a very, very dangerous player, and one person that may not be, a bit of a dark horse player, so to speak.
Um, Someone that I'd expect to sort of play well. It's actually going to be two people from the same team. I'm going to say Moku. He's got a bit of a history of playing pretty well on LAN. Um, I reckon if he shows up for his team, he might be one of the factors that um, allow them to sort of progress through to the next stage, and also Mizu as well. I don't think he's been. I think this might be his second or third nationals, but um, definitely expecting him to turn up and go big. He's been. I've think I've watched a couple of his games now, and just like his general sort of attitude and his play style in like in houses and stuff like that. Not that that's anything to go off, but I think he's going to be playing some of the best Counter Strike he's played in a while. So definitely think he's going to be one to watch out for as well.
Excellent. And so, who do you think, other than your team, of course, will take out first prize?
Oh, first prize. Um, it's a tough one because if you think about it realistically, after Immunity and Renegades, I think the spot for third is very hotly contested, especially when it comes to the local. I think online it might be a bit clearer cut, but um, I think on LAN it's a bit more closely contested. So um, Chiefs are feeling very confident. I wouldn't be surprised if they rocked up and they did well here, but yeah, I'd say probably either Chiefs or XL5 to probably be a very high chance of seeing those two in the final, either Chiefs and XL5 or perhaps Animal Squad. So
All right.
those have been my picks.
All right. So, I guess we should just wrap it up about here. Just it's about to hit the 10-minute mark. So, is there anyone you'd like to thank or give a shout out to?
Thanks to Molotov, obviously a great organization. Sponsors Adonix Industries. Shout out to them. Shout out to all the boys on my team. And yeah, anyone who's watching this video, see you at ACL. Cheer for us because we need it like a lot.
I
But
think
yeah, and thanks to Karath for the interview. Thanks very
yeah.
much.
I think there's going to be a lot of people down at ACL. Hopefully, thank you very much for your time, AHAK, and
No
I'll see you in
worries.
5 days' time.
No worries, man. Have a good one.